You ready, buddy? The Circus Ship by Chris Van Dusen. "5 miles off the coast of Maine and slightly overdue, a circus ship was streaming south in fog as thick as stew. On board were 15 animals who traveled to and fro, and the next day it was Boston for another circus show. The captain, Mr. Carrington, was honest and sincere. He thought that they should drop the hook and wait for things to clear. But Mr. Payne, the circus boss, was terribly demanding. He stomped up to the helm where Captain Carrington was standing and screamed, "Don't stop, keep going, I've got a show to do. Just get me down to Boston town tomorrow, sir, by 2. And then came a crash and an awful bash, and things flew into the air, and the ship had smashed into a ledge that no one knew was there. And the shattered ship began to tip and then sank without a sound. The splashing, thrashing animals swam round and round and round. And the captain said to Mr. Payne, 'Pray tell, what shall we do? We can't just leave them here to drown. We've got to save them too.' 'The animals?' yelled Mr. Payne. 'Why, sir, what are you, daft? It's me that you should rescue. Pull me up into that raft. Now ferry me to safety, sir, before I die of cold.' 'Don't question me,' barked Mr. Payne. 'Just do as you are told.' And through the chilly water all night long, the animals swam on until they reached an island beach just before the dawn. They pulled themselves up onto the shore, bedraggled, cold, and beat, and then staggered to the village on weary, wobbly feet. The people in the neighborhood had just begun to rise, and when they saw those animals, they had to rub their eyes. They thought they saw an elephant, but wait, how could that be? And what's that little monkey doing in the cherry tree? Soon the animals were everywhere and into everything. 'There's an ostrich in the outhouse. There's a hippo in the spring. There's a tiger in the tulips. There's a lion on the lawn. And there's a python in the pantry.' And it went on and on and on.
There's the monkey.
I see the monkey. He's cute, isn't he? Mr. Hood was stacking wood and nearly jumped a mile when he found the alligator sleeping on his pile. And Miss Dotty Daly, who grew daisies by the bunch, had discovered that the zebra had been eating them for lunch. And Miss Fanny Feeny found, according to the rumors, a silly little circus monkey swinging in her bloomers. Is that funny?
Yeah.
I think so too. But everything changed quickly. Like the turning of the tide, the night the abbot's shed caught fire, with little Emma Rose inside. From high above the abbot's farm, the tiger saw the shed, and the sight of smoke and fire triggered something in his head. He'd jumped through flames 1,000 times back in his circus days, so he ran past all the people, and he leapt into the blaze. And then everybody panicked. 'Help! What can we do?' And when from the raging fire, something big burst into view. It was the most amazing sight, and everybody froze when they saw the tiger saving little Emma Rose.
Oh, she's so cute.
She is cute. The tiger's risky rescue changed everybody's mind. The animals weren't bothersome. The animals were kind.
The prince boat.
Yes, I see the boat. And so they lived together, side by side. They got along, and it didn't seem like anything could possibly go wrong. Then Little Red, the messenger, came running with the word, apparently a circus ship had sunk, from what he'd heard. The animals, they're from the boat. They swam in from the bay, and the greedy owner wants them back. He'll be here any day. So the people called a meeting, and they quickly hatched a plan. No animal that came ashore would sail off with that man. Yeah. The next day, at the crack of dawn, a ship was at the pier, and up the lane marched Mr. Payne, whose voice was loud and clear. I am the circus owner, my ship sank in the murk, and I've come to find my animals and put them back to work. He hiked until he came into the center of the town. His face was red. He scratched his head, and he stood there with a frown. Mr. Payne looked high and low, but still he couldn't see the 15 circus animals of his menagerie. Do you see them?
There's an elephant.
There's an elephant.
And what is this?
That's a bird. But look, here's the ostrich. And what's this?
A giraffe.
A giraffe. And what's this?
Dog, wanting a bite.
It's not a guy, it's a bear. And what's that?
A zebra.
A zebra. Who's this? Who's this right here hiding in the black-eyed Susans?
A cheetah.
A cheetah. And what about this guy right here?
That's a monkey.
A monkey. And who's that? Say it's a hippo. It's a hippo. And who's this?
A tiger.
It's a lion.
Lion.
Who's that?
A
Tiger.
I see the tiger.
And a camel. And a snake. And a gorilla. And I think that's
the gazelle.
That's a gazelle?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like an oryx,
There's
but okay. Yep.
And then
All
the
right.
elephant and the ostrich and
He ran around the alleyways. He searched the village square. He even checked the chicken coop, and his animals weren't there. Mr. Payne was tuckered out. His heavy chest was heaving. Then Little Red stepped up and said, I think your boat is leaving. He ran off in a fit of rage. His ship was leaving sight. And so he jumped into a rowboat, and he rowed with all his might. And from that day on, they like to say their lives were free of pain. It was a happy, peaceful place upon that isle in Maine.
Here's the tiger too.
Yep, the end. That was a good book, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did you like that book? Okay. Say, hi, future me.
Hi to me.
Say, we love you.
We love you.